Oh, hello. You caught me unawares. Hello, everybody. It is Saturday, and it's the 15th of August 2020. And this is my second vlog for the month. And I've got some issues to cover that have been sent to me. First of all, hello. Right, hello. I've got a slightly different phone, so I've got to remember where the camera is, so apologies about that. Angela has pointed out to me, along with several others, that apparently there's been some hoo-ha about Christopher Eccleston doing some work for Big Finish, and the hoo-ha apparently is to do with his fee. And people have asked me if I have any opinion. Well, the actual answer is I have no opinion, really. I have no idea what Christopher Eccleston or anybody else is offered. I just know that Big Finish, when they call me in, offer me a very generous half-day or daily rate, and I'm very happy with it, and may more days come. It's not the done thing. What I will say is, of course, that a lot of people outside the industry judge actors by fees they read in The Sun or the Daily Star or something like that. Yes, there are some actors who earn extraordinary money, and good luck to them. But the average annual earnings for actors in the UK is actually quite poor. And that's for various reasons, and that's something I can cover another time. But as for Christopher Eccleston, welcome back. If it wasn't for Christopher Eccleston, I might not be sitting here recording this vlog. Don't worry yourselves about what people earn, because some of us can get into a lot of bother because people think we earn a lot more than we do. Because there's a lot of people who think I earn the same money as Matt Smith, and I only wish. But moving on, I've had a slightly disturbing note from Tanya. She says she's been off sick and she wants to go back to work, and she's been told by her employer that she needs a fit note. And she went to a doctor, and her doctor said, we don't issue fit notes anymore. So she went back to her employer, who said, but you can't come back to work until we get a fit note. And so she's sort of stuck and frightened she's going to lose her job. Well, all I can say and I'm going to stick my neck out a bit, with my former HR manager head, I can say employers can ask for fit notes, but they would have to pay for you to be assessed and get a proper assessment. It used to be, years ago, that your sick note had a fit note element that you as the employer would just sign when you come back to work. But what I can tell you now, as long as you write to your employer, Tanya, and just say that you feel you can come back to work, that you're able to work and that you're willing to work, that should be it. I would also say, I think generally speaking now, it is presumed that if a doctor issues you a sick note and doesn't issue another sick note, it means the day after your sick note expires, the doctor deems that you are fit to work. And if there are any other issues, I suggest letting your employers seek advice from the Citizen Advice Bureau or ACAS, because I think ACAS will probably say the same as I have just said. And to anybody else who's having a similar situation, to our friends outside our shores, this might be unusual for you to listen to, but this is a UK issue. So Tanya, write your letter to say that you wanted to come back, you feel you can come back, and you are fit, and stop messing about. I hope that gives a proper answer. The world is very balmy at the moment, and of course it's August and it's exam results, and because of the COVID situation, students haven't been able to actually sit their exams in the UK, but they were awarded grades according to what their tutors thought that they would gain had they sat the exam. And then we have the very peculiar situation that some other people somewhere with some sort of computer and algorithms are saying that a tutor who suggested that a candidate would get grade A is wrong, because their school wouldn't normally get a pupil scoring a grade A. Absolutely appalling. It questions the integrity of school teachers. It gives a right smack in the eye for the candidates who have been working very hard, and it highlights yet again when politicians get involved, things go completely mad. But what I can say, I've got grey hair, I'm going to be 60 next year, and in my day I did O-levels followed by A-levels. Again, for those outside our shores, you must have equivalents. I did O-levels, and of course the politics got involved, and they decided to discard O-levels and call them CSE, Certificate of Secondary Education, I think it was called. And then that didn't work, so they changed it to GCSE, and so people had no idea what's going on. And of course, to an employer, when you said O-level and A-level, they understood totally what you had achieved, whereas nowadays I'm absolutely convinced most employers, because all the faffing around, have no idea what any certification means. But what I can also tell you, in my day, the pass mark, because O-levels and A-levels, it was A, B, C, and then you didn't pass if you got a D, E or F. The pass mark was changed every year according to the number of people, so I'm told, who scored well, because it was deemed that they couldn't have too many people scoring well, because it was thought that it would devalue the certificate that you're going for. Absolute nonsense, of course, from my perspective, and I argued at the time, and I still argue today, there should be a fixed pass mark. Absolutely fixed, so that people know exactly what's going on. Because with you moving the pass mark up and down, you could get to a situation that a candidate is awarded an A grade, but having only scored 75% in the paper they sat, whereas you could have another candidate get a B grade, but actually scored 85% when they sat their exam. But of course, when you go out into the big wide world, if you go to an employer and then there are two of you to be chosen, to be considered for a certain job, 9 times out of 10, the employer will go for the candidate with the A mark, and in this scenario, it would be the candidate who actually scored lowest. So exams have always been a bit phooey in my mind, but at the end of the day, I can also say, don't worry. I'm absolutely certain that there are some sensible people out there. The way I would personally resolve the current crisis is just to stick an orange in the politicians' mouths and just go to the educational departments and just say, look, if people were offered a conditional entry to some university or college, just let them go regardless of what the result is this year. That's the fairest thing to do. Just let them have their place, and that way the situation is solved. To the candidates who feel disappointed that they've been awarded a lower grade than they should, I can assure you the world hasn't fallen apart as you might feel right now. All too often people think if something that they're aiming for doesn't happen, that it's the end of the world. What I can tell you, and now that I've got grey hair, is opportunities come along more often than you think. So if it hasn't worked today, there's always tomorrow. Well, I hope that's a positive note to end on. Until the next vlog, goodbye.